Hey guys, welcome back to Fairy Wisdom. I am here to help you create a happy, healthy, and wealthy life. So we are going to get a couple quick messages out here for you. I just have 3 decks out for now. And yeah. Thank you all so much for being here, for all the likes, shares, and subscribes, everyone who's booking personal readings, sending in donations, and scheduling those life coaching sessions with me. Thank you, thank you, thank you. All right, let's see. Let's get 2 or 3 piles. Just 2. One more. There it is. All right. Ooh, King of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck. That's phenomenal. Okay. So, we have King of Cups for pile 1, the Hanged One for pile 2, and the 2 of Pentacles for pile 3. Pile 1. If you chose the King of Cups, so immediately I heard like emotions are running high. So somebody is feeling very emotional right now. I know that that's kind of common actually during this full moon in Cancer, is emotions are definitely running strong right now. But there is someone in particular who it's like, see the waves at the bottom of this? It's like, it's very like rough tide. So like emotions are definitely like they're frustrated, or they're upset with themselves, or they're I feel definitely that there's some emotions towards you, but any negative emotions are really more towards themselves here, is what it feels like. I feel like it has something to do with maybe the way that they treated you, potentially. I'm not sure. Let's see. Messages for pile 1, please. So somebody's definitely recognizing you as like their lucky charm, I'm hearing. Like, you know, just that like you, everything is green underneath you. So maybe, okay. So it's like there was somebody potentially who thought the grass was going to be greener on the other side, right? And now they're realizing that actually the grass has always been greener under you. It's just all about where you water it, right? This person also may be very frustrated. They see that you're kind of going through a very like prosperous time. Definitely a lot of glowing up going here, okay? Yeah, you're having some new beginnings, some justice happening here for you, and definitely celebrating things, right? You've got a lot of abundance that you're attracting. There could be some sort of something sudden happening during this full moon time, okay? Something for sure manifesting here for you during this full moon time. I'm hearing some sort of opportunity, or some sort of unexpected money, or there's something coming towards you during this time. But yeah, this person is kind of, you know, I feel like in the past they thought the grass was greener under somebody else, or just anywhere else. And now they're recognizing, you know, that you were a blessing. Let's see. I also feel like for some of you, you're kind of in this King of Cups energy also, where like your emotions are kind of balancing out here for you. You have a lot of control over your emotions, and Mally's toy. But I do feel like you've kind of put yourself out in the middle where you cannot be reached, right? You are emotionally under control here. But it's almost like you've kind of put yourself out on an island, to where like you can't be reached, right? Where, and maybe this is good for you right now, and maybe it's not. I'm not sure. We're going to dive more into this reading here a little bit. But it does seem like you've kind of built this wall, of, you know, around you, or this protection. I'm hearing like a moat, right? Of just almost against a lot of people because of past occurrences, okay? But it's like at the same time you're standing there sitting there like holding your cup, like, okay, so my cup is full, like, is anybody going to come take this cup? Like, who am I supposed to offer this cup? But in reality, yes, you're sitting on your throne and you're ready for your king or your queen to show up, but you put yourself out in the middle here. This is you or somebody else, okay? Take it as it resonates, please. I do feel like, though, because you, hold on, let me finish this train of thought. Because you have put yourself out here, right? You've been very focused on other things, right? Like yourself, your finances, your businesses. And I think that you're really stepping into this time of where you're attracting a lot of luck, right? A lot of, abundance, a lot of joy. All right. Okay. Yes, I. Sure, sweetie. Okay. Some of you did make some sort of wish at some point, okay? This is coming to fruition around this full moon, okay? I don't know. I feel like you made the wish around the new moon in Cancer, and now it's coming true in this full moon in Cancer. So whenever that new moon in Cancer was, go back to that time, figure out when that was, think about what your thought processes were, what you could have made the wish on, and I feel like this is coming to fruition for you now, okay? Messages for pile 1, please. I'm so sorry. Okay, so we have the Page of Pentacles, the Knight of Cups, and the Nine of Swords here. Okay, I feel like these are all aspects within you that are kind of starting to shine, right? That you're kind of starting to realize, right? Okay, so like the Page of Pentacles, like this is like discipline and having, coming up with ideas on maintaining discipline, and that's how it is in this deck. But it's also represented by the Fox, and the Fox is sometimes sneaky. So, okay, so I'm starting to actually look at this a different way. This is somebody who you've probably healed from, okay? This is a cycle that's definitely over. You're definitely remaining optimistic for the future, but this is somebody who is sneaky, right? They come in and they try to present themselves one way, but then they end up, we've got the porcupine here, but then you end up getting like pricked or poked in the end here, okay? By understanding this and realizing you're healing from this person, right? You're going through a transformation. So if you guys are definitely like feeling like you're getting a lot of rest right now, like, man, what is this winter? It's like hibernation season for the collective. I'm not really sure, like, I don't know. So, we're all just getting rested up, I guess, for the spring. I'm not sure. But, yeah, I feel like This person has got some sort of, they're coming to you with some sort of sneaky, right? They're being sneaky about it. They're trying to be manipulative about it. But you've realized, right? It's all about your perspective. It's like you've figured out this person's tactics, this person's ways. Yeah, how they work, their manipulative, their manipulation and whatnot. Yeah, look. So because you have realized this, right? You're going through a transformation. You're transitioning, right? You're getting some downloads. You're obtaining some insight. There also could be some sort of transformation or transition in your creativity. All right, yeah, there's definitely some mental clarity coming to you here about your power, obtaining your power, possessing your power, maintaining your power. Okay. Yeah, I feel like you're just really stepping into this King of Wands energy at this time, right? Remaining very optimistic, taking action, feeling free. Something about the sun. The sun might be important to some of you. But yeah, I feel like there's some sort of, there's also an energy of feeling much more confident within yourself here. And I think that you're pulling yourself out of this stuck energy, okay? I think that you are, have been feeling stuck, and I think you're pulling yourself out of this stuck energy and kind of transitioning into a creative, more, I'm hearing like force to be reckoned with here. So I'm not sure. I looked up, it was 1211. I'm really drawn to the dragonfly, and I do feel like there's definitely a lot of spiritual shifts going on within you. Okay? There's definitely a transformation happening here. Advice for pile 1, please. Yeah, I'm hearing don't lose hope. Don't lose hope. Remain strong in your faith here, okay? It's like almost like this spiritual depression feeling, like that you've kind of been going through. But you also have this divine wisdom within you trying to tell you that you're just going through a transformation, but at the same time your brain is trying to tell you like this is not right, something's going wrong, right? But there's definitely some peace and some healing that's kind of coming over you here. Yeah, just really getting some rest. And, so I do feel like very much so that it's all about perception right now for you. And, trusting that divine wisdom and that spiritual power. Some of you, if you've been thinking about getting a reading, whether it be from me or another reader, like this isn't me just saying get a reading. If there's somebody else that you've been kind of thinking about getting a reading from, I feel like I'm guided to tell you that you should do that. You should do that, okay? Because there's some sort of like light bulb moment or something that's going to kind of happen within this reading, right? This person is going to relay some sort of message to you. That's definitely going to help, okay? It's going to help you kind of recreate this hope. All right. I do also feel like there's some shifts going on within your DNA. All right. But I mean, honestly, like, good things are really happening, and I'm hearing behind the scenes also. So just continue to follow your divine guidance, your divine wisdom, um, and allow things to kind of unfold for you, okay? Honestly, it may not seem like it right now, but you're in a very lucky time in your life, okay? I'm hearing like a lucky cycle, okay? This is not just a short cycle, this is a long cycle, okay? Um, so, yeah. Yeah. Anyways, okay, that is what I have for you, pile 1. Thank you so much for being here, and we'll see you next time. Pile 2. If you chose the Hanged One, I feel like you are very enlightened, pile 2, okay? Your crown chakra, you have no problem speaking your truth. And your crown chakra is definitely lit right now. Your root chakra is also doing some healing here, but there's something that you're waiting on. There's something that you're waiting on. And you've been extremely patient. Okay, this could be something, someone, but you're not settling. This does feel like a very, like, I know who the fuck I am, I know what I'm doing, I know where I'm going, and I know what I want type of energy. And it's like you're just waiting on this one thing to kind of like snap you out of this just hanging here waiting energy, right? When this thing shows up, it's like you're just gonna like, it's like behind her back she has what she needs to kind of get herself up off the tree, right? And she's just, yeah, this doesn't feel like you've just walked into this energy. It definitely feels like you've been in this energy and you're just patiently waiting for your turn, your time, like whatever that is. Let's see. Messages for pile 2, please. I can't make this shit up. Patience came out. Yeah, you've been very patient. Been very, very patient. I'm drawn to this full moon here on this card. So during this season actually may be when this comes to fruition, whatever this is. But you've stayed committed. Like I said, like you're not settling, you're waiting. You're not, you know what I'm saying? Like you're not giving up. You're not going to settle. You're just, you've been hanging out. You've been waiting, okay? And you have been very, very patient, okay? I do feel like there is some sort of epiphany that kind of has happened within you that almost makes me feel like in some ways you maybe been resisting this by constantly looking for the answers, not fully surrendering to what it is that you've been waiting on. So, you know, like if you're trying to manifest something, but you're constantly checking up on like the status of it, right? So maybe you have a deck of cards at home and you're constantly checking on it, right? Well, that's kind of resisting the energy that's telling the universe that you don't really trust that they're going to bring to you what it is that you ask for. It's also saying that you don't really trust your ability to manifest what it is that you want. Okay, so I do feel like there is this small energy, like look at her face. She's like, oh, you know, that does make perfect sense. I have been resisting it this whole time. Yeah. Yeah, so even if you don't have your own deck, it's maybe just in watching like a lot of different tarot videos or looking for the answer, right? Not fully surrendering to what it is that you've manifested. Messages for pile 2, please. Yeah, I feel like this realization is really gonna help you transition into like full manifestation mode, right? Because I think that you are realizing your power as a human to manifest what it is that you want, but you were never understanding like why, and this could very well have to do with money, right? Security and abundance, and maybe prosperity in any type of career or financial endeavor, some sort of business, okay? But it's like you're realizing, some things would manifest very quickly for you, but then it's like this one thing or this, 2 or 3 things. It's like, what is the holdup? Like, why? And it's because I feel like they are larger manifestations, but I think you're seeing, okay, so I inadvertently actually manifested these other things unintentionally, simply by speaking out to the universe, this is what I want, and then I just let it go. I just didn't even think about it, right? I wasn't pulling out the deck saying, okay, so tell me the status of, my new couch, or tell me the status of this new house, or tell me the status of, you know what I'm saying? Like, so I feel like that's this kind of realization that you're going through right now, because you're understanding exactly how it works for you. Kind of works the same for everyone, but everyone is a little bit different at the same time. So yeah, I feel like there's just kind of this transition happening for you, where, some of you may be traveling. That may be something that you're manifesting as some sort of trip, okay? But some of you, it's a union. It's somebody in particular, okay? And this is because you keep checking up on that energy, right? This is somebody that, you would know who this person is. Maybe you don't know who the person is, but you just keep checking up on when is this person going to show up? When is this person going to show up? It could just be in general, just be blessings. I'm also hearing for some of you, there's some sort of physical healing that you have been waiting on to happen here, okay? And that's another thing that's kind of, it's almost like you've been resisting it because, you will ask to be healed, but then it's like you ask more than once to be healed. You know what I'm saying? Like, pray for it and then trust that God is gonna make it happen, right? Now, I understand that sometimes, persistence is key, but on when you're manifesting with the universe, and when you're working with God on creating, your heaven on earth, it's all about, they want to know that you trust them, right? They received your prayer, they received your message, and so, let it go and trust the fact that it's going to be there. It's like if somebody at your job, or somebody, at your business, or something like that, asked you, say you own your own business, okay, and you hire somebody, but every 2 weeks they come to you and they say, don't forget my paycheck, and you're like, I know, I'm not going to forget your paycheck, like, I know, like, I'm going to give you your paycheck. It's like that type of energy. Like, I hope that made sense. I don't know. There's definitely like while you've been in this waiting patient position here, for some of you it is this really big opportunity. Okay, like I don't know, it's like world travel, like you're going to be traveling a lot or something like that. I don't know. But while you've been in this position, kind of hanging out, waiting for whomever or whatever, you know, you've been kind of resting, right? Kind of renewing yourself. You know, you've gone through this death and this rebirth, and you're just kind of preparing yourself physically. For this new beginning. Yeah, we got the Hanged Man out here again, okay? You know, and we've got the Nine of Wands, and this Nine of Wands talks about power and perseverance. So I do feel like this is, you know, a perspective shift within your power for sure. Yeah, I think that's kind of what's happening during this full moon for you, is a veil is being lifted and things are going to change quickly, right? Because you're going to be able to release the need to constantly need to know, and it's just going to be this energy that kind of comes into you where you're just automatically trusting that it's going to be there. That's exciting, Pile 2. I'm excited for you, okay? Let me know when this shows up for you, whatever it may be, all right? Okay. Thank you so much for being here, and we will see you next time. Pile 3. If you chose this Two of Pentacles, you or somebody else is like robbing Peter to pay Paul. Have you ever heard of that? Where you, you know, rob Peter to pay Paul? Some of that's just for like maybe a handful of you, okay? It is what it is. But some of you are like juggling, okay? You're juggling back and forth on your stability and are my finances in divine order, like, or what is happening here? Like I feel like, you know, in one hand she's like, yeah, I've got all this money, let's go out. And then on the other hand she's like, well, if I map it out this far, but she's not taking into consideration unexpected money that just shows up because you are divinely guided. Right? Like the grass looks very green under her, like it looks like she's, you know, come through a lot of mountains, a lot of climbing, a lot of, you know, whatever to get where she is. And yeah, it's just like this, it just feels like it's like this mental juggle going on within her of her stability. Am I stable? Am I financially stable? Am I, you know, able to maintain or obtain or whatever? And I'm here to tell you, yes, you are stable, okay? You need to trust the fact, and this kind of goes with Pile 2 a little tiny bit, but you need to trust the fact that your finances, you know, you are very well taken care of by the universe and by God, okay? Ask and you shall receive, my friends. My friends, my friends, my friends. And now, when I say that, I want you to know that it may not come exactly as you anticipated, right? When you ask for something, you may get it You may get it in a different form or how you didn't expect it, or you know what I'm saying? But ask and you shall receive, okay? And I think that you know this, okay? I do feel like that you guys are, you are of a higher consciousness, okay? Some of you are awakening to a higher consciousness right now. Definitely during the winter, if you are finding yourself alone more and more here, okay? This is like God kind of putting you by yourself to go through this awakening process, to enlighten you, to expand your consciousness, okay? So allow the process to happen. Don't resist it. If people exit your life, allow them to. They're being guided to. You're being guided to let them. If things exit your life, if you're feeling, if suddenly one day you wake up and you're like, I am not drawn to eating any type of meat, okay? Well, don't eat it right now, right? I'm not here to say that you'll never eat meat again, but it might just not be, sometimes when we're going through an awakening, things exit our life because we need a light body in order to go through this process and really kind of form this connection with God and with the universe, and really re-tap in and remove those veils, okay? The first one we got was make a wish, and two of the words on here say ask and receive. Did I not say ask and you shall receive? Did I not say that? I looked up and it was 31:31. But in between that, in between ask and receive, it says believe. That is the key. That is the key that a lot of people don't have, is the believe part. It's very important. So yeah, I do feel like a lot of you maybe are in the beginning of this awakening process, or you're maybe going through another little small awakening within yourself. Again, if this is another time for you, then you know that you're being kind of sheltered for a reason. You know to kind of let things flow and to let things fall off and to let things come in, and But if this is the first time, don't be afraid, because God is just creating space for the new to come in, okay? The new people, the new things, the new job, the new money, the new, the new diet, the new routine, the new thought process, the new consciousness, the new everything, okay? So be prepared for that. Messages for pile 3, please. And some of you, okay, if you're feeling alone, you need to trust and understand that you're not alone, okay? You are being carried through this, all right? You may not be able to see the moose, right? The moose is just metaphorical for your spirit guides and your guardian angels and the Holy Spirit and, things of that nature, your ancestors, all of that, okay? You're not alone. Even though in the physical it may look like you're alone, you're not alone, all right? Yeah, there's definitely a huge growth in your inspiration happening right now, as well as your intuition, all right? And this is going to be a process that's not going to happen overnight. All right, I do feel like definitely your intuition is maybe developing at this time. You're realizing what your intuition is, how you access it, and how to use it, right? How to turn it on and turn it off, right? And there's definitely some healing happening within you, okay? This is not going to be an overnight process. This is going to be a process where, you may want to give up. You may want to give up at some point. You may want to let it go. You may want to throw in the flag, okay? But it's all about determination on creating a happier, healthier, and wealthier life, right? And understanding that you will always be taken care of. But the hardest part of it is the healing and the releasing things that are no longer serving you, right? Things that you know you should let go of. When I said that, you know, I heard everyone knows what that thing is for them. If you're on this pile, there's something that you should probably just finally release. Just really just let it go, right? I don't feel like it's something that you have, you know, really been wanting to hold on to anyways. Yeah. Some of you, this has kind of already been a process, right? You know, you've already gone through this, right? You made a wish to become where you are as far as your spiritual power and your divine wisdom, okay? This was a process. You started out as a page, right? And you worked really hard and really long, and, you know, you made your way through, what's that song? Went through the desert with a what? I went through the desert on a camel with no name, or a horse with no name, or something. I don't know. I don't know. That's just kind of the tune kind of popped in my head. But so if you're stepping into this process, okay, it is going to take some time, but you are going to go from the Page of Cups here to the Shaman. All right, you need to understand that it's not just an overnight process. The Knight of Cups is, or the Nine of Pentacles is the slowest moving knight in the deck, but it is the most stable building knight in the deck also, okay? Pentacles are very earthly, very grounded, all right? So understand that this will happen, okay? Also, for some of you, understand that you can use your intuition and your divine wisdom and your spiritual power for things other than like readings and other than, you know, the typical thing. Get creative with it, okay? These have been pretty quick and short messages here. I'm going to get you some advice. And then, yeah, advice for pile 3, please. And then we gonna jump. I got kids to bathe and dinner to clean up and get myself ready for bed. I got a dog to take care of. Oh my goodness. Yeah, surrender to the process. Okay, and be grateful for the process and be dedicated. Okay, don't just again, this isn't going to happen overnight. Okay, this is going to be a progress that takes time. Okay, but as long as you're showing gratitude for every single thing, and it's truly coming from your heart, right? Eventually gratitude will just come to you so simply, where it could be something as small as, you know, a fly flew out your back door all on its own and you're like, thank you, fly, for taking that upon yourself to leave. Like, I don't know, that was just an example. You know, you be grateful for the water that's in your house, and grateful for the sun shining every day, and grateful for the ground that you walk on. You know what I'm saying? Like, there will be a point along this journey where you find yourself just basking in gratitude. And gratitude is really a huge key into attracting what it is that you want, and growing and healing. Yeah, it's definitely going to take some discipline, all right? And if you don't know discipline, just ask God, because He is the best to teach you discipline. So, anyways, okay. Thank you so much for being here, and we will see you next time.